Welcome to DJ 360 Word. How's your day going?
Pretty good. I'm mad that it's cold outside again, but it's good.
Yeah, the weather kind of fooling everybody, right?
Yeah, I don't know what to wear. I'm gonna just wear what I have out already and just have to deal with
Okay.
it.
Let's start from the beginning.
All right.
Tell me about your upbringing, born and raised.
Born and raised. I was born uptown Washington Hospital Center. I was raised in a really good environment. My mom, she spoiled me. She's the reason why I am now, which is a good and a bad thing. But growing up, I lived in Maryland for a little bit, so I got to be around, different types of people, which I think really helped with like the person that I am now. Now I feel like I'm more diverse and like I'm more open and accepting just because I was placed in environments where it wasn't like the norm of what I was used to or what how things may seem like it should have been in the area that I was in. So yeah, I think that helped a lot. Let's see, growing up, high school. I don't know what happened in high school. I don't know. Ninth grade, I just like I turned into a totally different person.
So, what motivated that? Because I see you're into tats a lot. And then,
Yeah, my first tattoo. A lot of my I started getting tattoos when I was very young. A lot of my tattoos, they don't really have good stories behind them.
Mhm.
I got my first tattoo when I was, I think, 13 or maybe 12.
Mhm.
Um, and it says like love, like right here on the side of my leg. I just wanted to see like if it would hurt, and then when I noticed that it wouldn't hurt, I was like, okay, I'm going all in for this. But of course, my mom wasn't going for that. So I got in trouble a lot. I used to get in trouble a lot. Like, I look back now and, like, sometimes I just be looking at my mom like, I'm so sorry. Like, like, I'm really sorry. Like, I don't know. I was one of those kids where, like, and even to this day, it kind of works out now because I'm an adult and I can like kind of do those things and maneuver. And if it happens, it happens. Whatever happens, it falls on me. But like as a preteen and a teenager, like I was one of those type of people. Like I see something that I want to do and I like just go for it.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't even think about like, oh, is my mom going to care or am I going to get in trouble? And like after a while, like I didn't really care about getting in trouble. Like I would just I wanted to do what I wanted to do. But I think that if I could go back, I probably definitely would listen to my mom.
Okay, so is there
Probably
any?
not on the tattoos. I definitely probably would have still got a bunch of tattoos, but I think a lot of other things.
So at this point,
I
are you
would
done
listen.
with the tattoos or?
No, not necessarily. I think now I'm more mindful of what I get and what like where it is. I'm a very diverse person. So there are a lot of things that I'm trying to do, with my lifetime. Which doesn't, everything doesn't include like, me just being super free and having a bunch of tattoos. So
Okay.
I've just been mindful of like placement and stuff. I've noticed that a lot of my friends are starting to get tattoos, like a lot. So I'm just like, and they're like, you want to go with me? I'm just like, yeah, I think I do want to go with you. I think I do want to go with you and see if they got like an extra hour, to spare to do something for me or whatever. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get more tattoos. I just want them to be like more meaningful.
Okay.
I think that now that I've started like my music journey, I want to kind of hold off just to see like where music's going to take me and just kind of like document maybe things from that. But most of my tattoos have stories. If not, it was just like some spontaneous stuff that I did. Like I said, I see something, I want to do it, and I'm just like, I gotta do that. Like I have to do
Okay.
that. So it's just like some tattoos are for that, and some like actually were well thought out, and I feel like it has some type of meaning behind it. So
Okay, so for some of the story that I've heard, some people look at their body as a canvas. Is that the same thing for you?
I
Like,
guess you could say that because it does. Like I said, some of my tattoos are they have meanings behind them, but I mean, I guess so. I feel like as an artist, as the creative, like you are your canvas, in whatever you do, even if it's just the way that you dress and like how you present yourself. Like somebody's going to look at you and take something from that and be like, okay, I can tell that she's, this type of person or maybe into this type of, art or whatever because of like she's dressed like that or she has that on her face
mhm.
or, her hair's like this or she has like that type of tattoo. So, I mean, I guess you could
Okay, so what is the
say.
meaning behind the butterfly? Because I've
The
noticed you
meaning
have it.
behind the butterfly, the meaning behind the butterfly is a very, very, it is an ancient secret. No, I'm kidding. It's the meaning behind the butterfly. So I feel like I'm a butterfly. So a lot of people don't know, which is crazy. A lot of people don't know that butterflies come from caterpillars. Like
Yes,
a
yes.
lot of people, like I've talked to a lot of people,
Hmm.
and they really don't know that, which I think is really
Yeah.
scary. But butterflies, they come from caterpillars, and caterpillars, growing up, I really like caterpillars. I don't think a lot of people really like, they would look more so like as a worm,
Yeah.
so it's like, I don't really want to touch it. And I just felt like, within myself, like being a preteen, like there were a lot of things that I didn't really like about myself, but there were also a lot of things that I loved about myself and I thought were like really unique. So I felt like, when I was younger, like I was like this caterpillar. Like I liked who I was, but I also, I knew there were things that I wanted to do different and
Hmm.
ways that I wanted to express myself a little bit more.
Okay.
So I felt like, as a caterpillar, there's potential because you're gonna, eventually transform into a butterfly.
Hmm.
So I just felt like, that was like my spirit animal, for lack of a better
Okay.
term. And then like as I ventured, into my music, like it was just like, okay, like I'm finding my fit, I'm finding things that I like to do, like I'm, figuring out what I like, what I don't like down to like little shit, you know what I mean? So it was just like, okay, like I feel like a butterfly. A butterfly is always changing. I'm always changing. I told my friend the other day, I was like, I was telling her about an idea that I had, and she was like, we were talking, and she has good ideas, and I have like a lot of my friends are creatives. So like I always like, have a crazy idea and they always have something like a crazy response or
Hmm.
something to bounce, back off of that or whatever. And like I had told her an idea that I had, and like maybe 5 minutes after the conversation, she looked back at me and she was like, "That's a really good idea." And I was just like, "I'm trying to tell you, like, yeah." And I was just like, it's still, like me or whatever. I was like, but it's like a new level of what, I'm trying to do, whatever. So I just feel like that I'm always changing. um I've noticed like butterflies, they can only see like mainly like primary colors, and
Hmm.
everything is like ultraviolet.
Okay.
So I've noticed like, just when I'm paying attention to things, I always pick out like the primary colors first.
Hmm.
When I see stuff, I'll see like the reds and the blues and the, or something like an iridescent, like that'll instantly like pop to me.
Okay.
I feel like I think a lot. I'm
Hmm.
like really in depth with, how I process things. So I just feel like, like me just kind of pointing that out and being able to see that, you know what I mean? Like it has to be something there, you know what I mean? And this was like actually before I knew that butterflies could only see like certain colors.
Okay.
I didn't know that they couldn't see certain colors prior to like a couple weeks ago. But like I just feel like I'm always changing. I love the butterfly. I love how free, the butterfly is. I like how, like butterflies, people they're in awe of a butterfly, but at the same time, it's still a bug. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So they're just like, like I don't know, like you're still kind of
Yeah.
scared of me, but you admire me from afar, and you watch me.
Yeah.
So I just like the aspect
Okay.
of of that. So
That's pretty nice. Nice story. Because even, I have, Western African
mhm,
background. Even most of our names are kind of like spirited into like the wild.
mhm,
Even my last name is kind of like related to tiger. So
okay,
most people don't see
yeah, they don't
those
think
stuff
about things like
that
that,
way.
yeah.
So, as far as the hairstyle, right? How did that come? I mean, that's.
I don't know.
Do
A
you
lot
have
of
a
the things,
background?
honestly, a lot of the things that I do, I think is really normal.
Okay.
A lot of people, that's so not the case, I'm sure, but like I don't know. Like people always ask me about my hair, and like to me, my hair, like somebody who has regular dreads and like, they're nice and neat and uniform. Like I feel like my hair looks just like theirs. So when people ask me like questions about my hair, it's just like,
So it
I don't
doesn't.
know. What do you want me to say? I mean, I get that they're bigger, but I just like the look of freeform. I like how I feel. I wanted dreads for a very long time. My mom didn't. She was not having that. And I think even when I know, even when I started growing my dreads a year and a half ago, she was just like, I don't know about that. And I was just like, no, like, this was like the final thing that I really wanted to do. So I was like, no, like, I have to do it. Like, I'm not, satisfied with like other hairstyles that I've had. Like, I'm always changing, but I know like this is one thing that, this is a permanent, like, decision that I really can stand behind. So that's been that. I actually just started getting my hair done. People always ask me like people ask me weird shit about my hair. They'll be like, "Do you wash your hair?" Like,
The
why would I
first.
not wash? I'm like, I probably wash my hair more than you do, and I'm pretty sure at that time I was because I used to wash my hair like every other day. And I'm just like, what kind of question? Like, why would I not, wash my hair? People would ask me like, does stuff get caught in it? And like just silly stuff. I just feel like it's just like ignorance, like the reality of like, the common ignorance that people, just
So it doesn't
come up
have
with.
anything to do with your background being Jamaican or none of those
No, it
things.
doesn't
Okay.
have nothing to do with
So
like
that's the first impression, though. When people look at you, they kind of relate that to the Jamaican roots and all of that. So,
not necessarily because I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could. Everybody is,
or people from the Caribbean,
from the
or
Caribbean. Not even people from the Caribbean. People from the Caribbean. People from Africa.
Africa, like
Like that's
Ethiopia,
yeah, yeah.
all
That
those
it
things.
definitely
So,
it definitely roots back to the culture of
yeah.
it. But for me, it was just more so like just being free,
Okay.
like just being free and like having a hairstyle that I really like. Like I love waking up and just shaking my hair and just like I'll sit and watch my friends get their hair done. I'm just like, that shit looks like it's gonna take all day. And I mean, like I wear like wigs and stuff like that, but like I've noticed every time I try to like get a wig, I'll just take it off in like 2 days, and I'm just like, why did I even buy that? So like hair, like different hair for me is more so like costume or for like my art, purposes. Not really like I've learned that, and I think I've learned that lesson within like the last 2 weeks. Wearing hair, like this is not what I really want to be doing. Like
Okay.
it's cute, and y'all look nice in it, but my hair like this is
Okay.
is